I've been in the engineering side. My undergraduate was in mechanical engineering. My father was an engineer, and I suppose I'd kind of follow him around the house doing little jobs and kind of curious about how things worked and how to fix them. The technology can give people so much independence.
I am a telecom engineer, and I hope to be a pioneer because I believe that technology can solve many practical problems in Algeria.
A couple of years ago, I moved a little bit north in Pisa in order to complete my artificial intelligence master degree. Well, I think that every day technology grows a little bit more encompassed in how we live our work, our relationship, and our lives in general.
Wheelchair users or those that have reduced mobility, they have challenges in their everyday life, like going to work, taking the train to work. Something that's such a simple task that a lot of us might do every single day.
In Algeria, the arable land is quite limited due to the local natural condition. Because of that, I know how hard work farmers since my childhood. I really want to help them to make the work easier, just as easy as we use our smartphones. The idea is to use artificial intelligence to monitor crop growth and detect diseases, so we use drone.
Hospitalization is an unfortunate memory for many of us, yet it serves as a powerful catalyst for change.
Yeah, we developed a integrated AI and computer vision driven automated ramp. It communicates over 5G technologies in order to be able to allow wheelchair users to independently and whenever they want spontaneously board a train.
Here we can consult with experts, and the sparks that collide with them every time gives us a full confidence.
Our aim is to reduce the stress that nurses experience during their work, while also minimizing the probability of a missed response in the case of an emergency. Our solution uses AI, IoT, and cloud computing in order to improve the work condition of ICU nurses within Italian hospitals. Rediscover our own motivation by seeing other young people struggle while creating a very impactful change in the world.
I think one of the most valuable commodities that anybody has in the world isn't money, isn't resources, but it's time.
Huawei has opened many doors for us, each of which leads to a promising future. This is Ahlam Boumzak. I am 23 years old. I am from Algeria and I am a telecom engineer. A lot of people don't believe that this is an Algerian landscape. Many think that we only have deserts and camels. Here are stereotyping, just like they think that our women are rarely involved in social work. Actually, women in our country are very well educated, and 70% of lawyers and 60% of judges are women. But when it comes to female telecommunication engineers, they may still be rare. And I hope to be a pioneer because I believe that technology can solve many practical problems in Algeria. In Algeria, arable land is quite limited due to the local natural condition. Because of that, I know how hard farmers work.
ولا نكون الجدود قديم من استدار سبابة الجد ساعة تمور خدمنا فلاح نكون أقلق إنك تعجبين كي ونجانا من كتيا تعجبين مليح فلاح وفي غيمانيو ساعات دوا ساعة كلش ومن بعد سي دوماج تمور مدينة قريبة مدينة باندونيا ولاش من راه يخدمن ولاش فلاح ولاش المعاونة ولا إن شاء الله اللي جانا إن شاء الله تبغى ناخذ فلاح.
I really want to help them to make the work easier, just as easy as we use our smartphones. They only press buttons and then the work can be done. Hey guys, I met a farmer for a great idea. If you're available, join me. I need your support. We are from different places in Algeria, and in the process of participating in Huawei Seeds for the Future program, we got to know each other, and our ideas were connected and sparked. We shared the same vision, so we became like-minded teammates. The idea is to monitor crop growth using drones that fly around the field and capture images and send them to a database. Then using deep neural network, we classify the images and detect the diseases and then automatically send alerts to the farmer throughout the mobile app.
Guys, I think we might have a problem.
What is the problem?
It's about the real-time processing and the storage.
I think we should use Huawei Cloud.
Accomplishment always starts with difficulties, even failure. When there is a disagreement or confusion in the team, we know where to go for help. Here, we can consult with experts, and the sparks that collide with them every time gives us a full confidence. Because it requires a lot of processing and capacity storage. Well, maybe do you have any suggestion regarding this issue?
Yes, it is a critical part.
Huawei has opened many doors for us, and each of which leads to a promising future. I hope to make my homeland a better place through the power of technology, just like changes Huawei has brought us.
Digital transformation is one of the main national strategies of most countries, especially Algeria. And for that, in Huawei, we made it our mission to fulfill that gap with our programs such as Seeds for the Future. Through this program, we cultivate future young leaders so they can have a training with our experts to unleash their potential, to have more knowledge in the ICT field, and to step forward in the digitalization. So finally, Huawei is committed to be a part of shaping the future.
I'm Bankoua Mohamed Ayman. I'm a cybersecurity student in the University of Science and Technology, Houari Boumediene, Algeria. I'm also a participant of Seeds for the Future 2022. The camps that Huawei is offering are going to be very helpful for us to build our business model, marketing strategies, and go through the
Welcome everybody to the Huawei Seeds for the Future Tech for Good Global Competition, organized by Seeds for the Future in partnership with PIM, Purpose in Motion. This is the third Tech for Good Global Competition since the inception of the Seeds for the Future program that started in 2008. And we are so excited to be here today and bring together and experience the innovation and creativity of you all, our future social impact leaders. And you may wonder who I am. My name is Jonas Wolf, and I help companies and individuals to grow their impact and influence through coaching, training, and by building impactful communities. And it's my absolute honor to be here to be your host for today's event. The global competition provides all participants from the Seeds for the Future program in 2023 with the opportunity to solve an existing social problem by using technology. This year alone, more than 3,000 students across more than 100 countries worked on various projects leveraging technology to address the UN Sustainable Development Goals, culminating in this virtual event. Today, the teams will be competing for the top 3 positions evaluated by our judges. The winners will receive prizes, including but not limited to monetary rewards, sponsorship for a trip to China, and local media exposure. How awesome is that? Trust me, the winning teams who came to China last year all had a blast. And for those who are watching live, we also have a People's Choice Award. You can simply click on the link that will be shared in the chat. Don't forget to vote and show support to your favorite team. And now, let me introduce Mr. Jeff Wang to you, the President of the Public Affairs and Communication Department here at Huawei, giving us his opening remarks. Mr. Wang, please.
Dear students and honorable judges, good evening. I would like to express my appreciations to all participants of the Tech for Good Global Competition and congratulate the top 10 teams who have come all the way to the global final. I've been so impressed by your innovative ideas to fulfill social responsibilities. I believe you will play a key role in leading us into a digital and sustainable future. The Tech for Good Global Competition is a key part of the Seeds for the Future program, which has benefited over 18,000 students from 141 countries and regions since 2008. This year, the third session of the competition has attracted 150 teams from 74 countries and regions, increasing over 70% from last year. Thank you for your participation and dedication. It's been great to see project proposals that cover so many aspects of life. These range from natural resource protection and cancer diagnosis to education and sign language translation. The value of technology lies in its ability to make ideas come true, realizing better lives for all. Your technical skills and pursuit of digital inclusion have led to amazing solutions in the competition, and I couldn't be prouder. In the digital world, connectivity and computing power are key infrastructure for advancing economic development and social progress, just like roads and electricity in the physical world. Network connectivity enables efficient communication and information exchange, while computing power supports large-scale data processing. Computing power is also essential for developing more advanced AI, which will greatly enhance efficiency and improve working conditions, freeing people from labor-intensive work in harsh environments. Huawei is working on these digital technologies for the social good, such as giving more people access to better medical services and achieving automatic inspection of power lines. Digital technologies are also needed to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals. This all relies on young people like you. You've grown up in a digital age and are familiar with many digital tools. You are now becoming the backbone of our society. Huawei is proud to see young visionaries like you having a big impact on digital inclusion worldwide. Tonight does not mean the end of a program, but the start of a dream. We will invite the winning teams and winners of the People's Choice Award to join a tour in China, where you will experience the real-world application of digital technologies. Once again, I'd like to thank all participants for your passion and spirit of exploration. Many thanks also go to our judges for your professional input. I hope your experiences of the competition will encourage you to keep pursuing innovation, chase your dreams, and make bigger contributions to the world. I wish the Tech4Good Global Competition huge success, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wang. And here's indeed to Together Creating a Better World. I love that empowering speech. And now, let me introduce our honored judges with you all, starting with Davide Kali. He's the founder of CrossFund. He himself is a founder, investor, advisor, and researcher who has been working in the ICT field for more than 25 years. Davide, great to see you, my friend. It's been a long time that we saw each other face to face. And next, I want to introduce Brian David Jamberlin, who is the executive advisor of ICT marketing here at Huawei. Brian, great to have you. And next, I would like to introduce Bonnie Chu, the managing director of the social investment consultancy, TSIC. She is an award-winning social entrepreneur, a gender equality advocate, and a leading social impact and impact investing consultant. Great to have you here, Bonnie, tuning in all the way from London, quite a bit of way. Nice to see you. And next, we have Javier Garcia, a veteran international journalist based at the Beijing's Renmin University. He's from Spain and has more than 30 years of experience working and traveling in different regions of the world. Great to have you. Good to see you. And next up, we have Jamie Stewart, a senior researcher and team lead of the United Nations University in Macau. Jamie is an applied cultural and developmental psychologist who specializes in digital health and well-being. Also, Jamie, great to see you. Awesome. Now that we briefly got to know our judges, we jump right in because what we are here for, of course, is the teams and their pitches. So I am very excited to learn what all the teams have been working on in the last couple of months. And we are starting with team number 1, Aqua Tibia from Uzbekistan. Team number 1, I hope you're ready. The team brings us an IoT water filtration system for agriculture. Now, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nadira, the team lead of the project Aquatibia. Our project is not just a mere concept, but a living commitment to sustainable future. To be precise, our country, Uzbekistan, has a long history of RLC issues, as well as salination problems. Also, our president calls for urgent action to use water efficiently in agriculture specifically. So why is that? Agriculture sector contributes up to 25% of our GDP and labor force, and also utilizes 90% of our drinking water. 43.5% of our population in rural areas use underground water and exceeds the salt norms. As we surveyed more than 300 that they noticed increasing nitrates. So what is our innovative solution and how can we solve the problem? With lignin. Lignin is a natural substance that optimizes the filtration, and we can find it in bio-waste. We solve two major problems at the same time. We reduce bio-waste by deriving lignin and using it in our filter. So our filter combines brackish water reverse osmosis system and digital services. We bring huge impact. Farmers gain 30% in harvest. We reduce up to 99% of salt and thus rinsing the soil and so much more. This is our product walkthrough. Our filter is designed to be portable and easy to use. We have also included solar panel to self-power the system. By testing our membrane prototype in the lab, results show that our membrane differs from the usual membranes, with filtration speed boosted by 36% and increasing salt rejection up to 96.4% due to lignin. So this is our process, how we install the filter and connect it to the app. Farmers will be subscribed to the app, which provides real-time monitoring of the whole system and data analysis, alarms and troubleshooting and other features. So how we are unique. As you can see, our filter is 2 times more energy efficient than all other current systems in the global market. Coming to our business plan, it is B2B2C with direct sales to business clusters, retail stores, and also as farmers prefer to lease the filter, we provide leasing option agreement for 2 years for individual farmers. We propose affordable price, income increase, and quality water. We target 13 customers overall in the first year and up to 260 customers in year 5. We also plan to reach out to our customers in different ways, such as agricultural campaigns, associations, and so on. In past 4 months, we have extracted lignin from bio-waste, made the membrane prototype, and others. This year, we are planning, first of all, to patent our innovation and test our membrane with seawater. And other quarter, develop the filter and reach out to customers. Uzbekistan is not alone. Many countries also suffer from salination, and we want to expand our project to other countries. We have also gained partners and sponsors and actively reaching out to our potential partners. Till now, we have been mentored and spoken to many successful individuals, and they helped us to move forward with our project. Meet our team, students from different majors who actively worked for months, and Aquatibia, be a catalyst for change, invest in cleaner water. Thank you.
Thank you very much for opening up your team. That was a perfect on time. I love it. All right. Who of our judges has the first question for Aquatibia, team number 1?
Yes, I can ask something. Hello, very interesting project you have. It's really amazing. But I want to know a little bit more explanations about how the mobile app works. No? What kind of information exactly you can receive through the app? And also maybe to describe the advantages regarding our projects, because I saw in the documents that compared to AgroDrip, for instance, your project consume more energy. No? Can you explain the advantages, please? Thank you very much.
Yes. So hello, everyone. Currently, our web platform will provide the following functions. For example, remote control management, alarm and troubleshooting, historical data analysis, cost data analysis, and real-time monitoring. So, during this time, we also explored what kind of main problems we have in most of the brackish water reverse osmosis systems. And we adhere during this time on all of these problems and provide our own cloud web platform, which will be more suitable rather than we are using some kind of SCADA systems, which we have also already in the reverse osmosis plant. So by using cloud platform, let me just show you. That is how our system architecture is looking, and by using the last software practices, and by using cloud computing, we are ready to produce data-driven, scalable, modular, and microservice cloud platform for our users.
Our advantages also include we use lignin. It's a we derive it from the bio waste, and we covered lignin with the membrane, and it optimizes the filtration system by 36%. And for more detail, my team member, Atabek, our chemist, will be explaining about it, about energy efficiency and so much.
Yes. Hello. So we are using lignin, and the main purpose of using lignin is because actually, as Nadra said, it's going to optimize from the energy cost point of view. Why? Because the lignin itself, as it is mostly a hydrophilic absorbent material, the water permeability of the whole membrane will be increasing. Therefore, for example, just yesterday, for example, we had a test, some additional. And in that case, we found that pure distilled water is passing almost twice faster through the lignin-coated membrane as compared to ordinary membrane, which means that our membrane has more affinity to water, which means that any other type of water that has, for example, some solvents in it, some dissolved in it, will also going to be filtered through our membrane much faster. And what does it give us? It reduces the energy consumption, because the amount of time that is required, for example, to filter 100 liters of water in our lignin-based reverse osmosis membrane is much less as compared to conventional reverse osmosis system. And thing to note, 98 to 99% of the desalination efficiency has already been achieved so far. So practically it's impossible to clean it up to 100%. So we are just reducing the energy consumption, because it's the main problem of reverse osmosis system.
All right. Any follow-up question, Javier? You wanted to say something else?
No, it's okay. I think it's clear with the explanations provided.
All right. Then thank you both very much, or all contributing team members. We only have a few seconds left, so we're moving on with team number 2. But this was a great opening up. Team number 1, loved the idea. Wonderful job done. Thank you all. Keep up the good work. So guys, give everybody a virtual round of applause here for team number 1. And we are moving to team number 2. I introduce Team Handy from Chile. They will present an interpreter device for the deaf community with a sensor cloth and an AI system. Team number 2, please get started.
Hello everyone, we're Group Handy and we're here to give a hand to the world. I have a question for everyone. How many here can speak sign language? If you were 5, I would just leave now. Yeah, I know, clearly there are not 5. This is Jaime, our dear friend. Imagine going one day to pharmacy with a notebook because you know that almost no one can understand sign language, neither speak it, and being rejected or taking the bus and being laughed at or mistreated because they think you're drunk. The cruel reality for deaf people right now, they can't communicate freely, and that affects them on every aspect of life. Education, working, entertainment, and the list goes on. They either rely on an interpreter or don't communicate at all. In fact, there's an estimated 430 million people that have moderate to high hearing loss, of whom 217 live in Latin America. Also, recently, the World Health Organization estimated that for the year 2050, there will be a total of 2.5 billion people with hearing disabilities. That many people whose nobody can hear their ideas. That's why we bring you Handy, an interpreter device that with AI will allow deaf people to communicate freely. Let me walk you through how it works. By using sensors to read movements that are connected to a processor, this will use a phone app with artificial intelligence to translate and interpret signs into audio emitted through the phone speaker, and vice versa, by transforming others' voices to sign language on an avatar on the deaf's phone. So, this will allow deaf people to communicate smoothly whenever they need to, because Handy is quick and easy to use, adapts to the context with AI, allowing to have constant improvement of the software and can be applied in learning. Now, regarding the competition, right now the only options for people with hearing impairment that are cochlear implants, which are not universal, captioning devices that are only one way, and interpreters that are time limited and don't work 24/7. They all are more expensive than handy. Now, let's talk business. We'll be a social enterprise selling B2C that will focus on people from 16 to 30, using direct marketing events and webinars to promote our product. Our initial investment will come mainly from a mix from government funding and angel investors. This will allow us to sell our product at a reachable cost and then charge a subscription per month and updates to ensure constant improvement to our clients. We have estimated that the cost of a handy will be $177 and this will be sold at $300. In the future, we plan to invest the profit on organic expansion and development of handy, therefore responding to these 5 SDGs. As for our roadmap, we have already raised $15,000 and are present in the media and planning to finish the prototype by this summer. This year, we will test the prototype, and the second year, we will launch and expand. We want to make an impact in 2 aspects: as a community and individually, by tackling the independence problem and helping deaf people reach better opportunities. This world is for everyone to be heard, and we're a strong multidisciplinary team that wants to make the world a better place. Now it is up to you to make and help us give a hand to the world with Handy. Thank you so much for your attention.
And again, perfect timing. I love it. Who of our judges has a question for team number 2, Team Handy?
Hi. So I don't speak. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's good. I don't speak sign language. I don't know it, but I'm Italian, so we use a lot of time our hands. So I have a question. Why did you choose the gloves? And also, what is the level of control on the technology that you developed? Is proprietary? You adapt? You integrate existing technology and so on? What is the status?
Hi. Okay, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Well, so basically, there are several options to interpret sign language. For example, the easiest way is by video. But we chose gloves because we want to help deaf people to take this device and just wear them and be able to communicate with other people. The thing about cameras and video-based solutions is that they need to ask the other person to hold their phone and record them so the phone can capture the communication. And that's not very efficient because the idea is to allow a very fluent communication. And also about the proprietary aspect, there are no existing solutions that use AI to interpret sign language. There are some models of gloves that can translate sign by sign because sign language uses but they are not like translated directly. Sign language is a lot more complex and they use phrases and very complex grammatical systems. So there are some implementations, but they are not complete. So we are putting together a lot of things, technology aspects of the solution that are partially existent in the market. But no, not in the market because it's not available, actually.
Okay, thank you. I got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Any other judges who might have a question?
I have one question. I see that Handy is going to help a deaf person be able to speak to somebody, but in this case, if somebody has these gloves, how are they going to hear what the non-deaf person is saying?
This is through an avatar in the phone. I have a video to show that. Is the testing video, and I will project it in 1 second. just showing, but the phone is also going to show the person. That's the avatar, and we also have captioning. So they ensure that the message is correct and it's vice versa. So the people can speak smoothly. So if I am a deaf person, I sign, the phone speaker emits the audio and then receives through the microphone what the hearing person says and has closed captioning and an avatar with sign language, because sign language and regular spoken language is different grammatically. So for people that is deaf, it's easier to know, to understand signs than to read.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any follow-up question or any other quick-fire, speedy question, dear judges? If there's no other questions, it's okay. We move on. Giving it another 5 seconds here. All right, then also big thanks to team number 2. That was great. Also loved how you already prepared for a potential question and could give Brian and all of us a fantastic answer here. We are moving on to the next team, Team Frigo from Italy. Bring us an AI-powered pocket pantry app for managing food at home and reducing food waste. Let's give it up for team number 3.
Welcome, this is Frigo. Picture this. You have just finished a long day at work or a demanding day at the university. You rush to the grocery store with a vague idea of what you need, but as you stand in the aisle, you're not quite sure. Sound familiar? Now, have you ever come back home only to discover that you already have half of what you bought in the fridge but you have forgotten about it? Or worse, have you ever tossed out perfectly good food because you went bad or you missed the expiration date? Chances are you have experienced at least one of these situations. In fact, FAO reports that a staggering 61% of food waste originates from households, resulting in an average waste in Italy of 289 euros per person annually. But why does this happen? Interviews with our target user base, initially Italian students and young workers who live on their own, reveal key food management struggles. They tend to overbuy, let food spoil in their kitchen, and not to mention the struggle to find time for meal planning. But what if there was a way to make your grocery shopping more efficient, reducing food waste while saving money and time spent in meal planning? That's where we come in. Frigo is our AI-powered pocket fridge app that you can use anywhere, anytime. Tailored for busy lifestyle with limited time to dedicate to food management, the app will revolutionize the way you manage food inventory, simplifying grocery shopping and meal preparation while significantly reducing food waste. But here's how it works. Every time you buy grocery, just scan the product, input the expiration date if it's a fresh food, and watch as the magic will appear in your virtual fridge. Frigo will be powered by our virtual assistant that keeps you in the loop, reminding you when your food is approaching its expiration date and proposing delicious recipes based on the ingredients available in your fridge. Going grocery shopping will never be that easy, thanks to our smart shopping list that will match all your needs. And as you engage with Frigo, you will earn points that not only track your progress, but also help you climb the ranks in our user community, making food waste management fun and rewarding. At the heart of Frigo, we have integrated cutting-edge technology. In order to insert the grocery in our virtual fridge, we will exploit computer vision, including barcode scanning and image recognition. And the app virtual assistant will be powered by NLP and sophisticated and fine-tuned AI model, including pre-trained models like GPT. Frigo will be a premium app with a monthly premium subscription of 3.99 euros, which will give you access to the AI-related functionality, like the personalized meal planner or the smart shopping list. The other source of revenue will come from in-app advertising with food-related brands and anonymized and aggregated data licensing to supermarket companies. We plan to launch the beta version of our app in October, while the official launch will take place at the beginning of next year. Our marketing strategy includes user acquisition through social media marketing, events at the university, and referral programs, while user retention will be achieved through app gamification, creation of user community, and by offering exclusive deals through partnerships with online supermarkets. But why should people choose us? the success of our app is rooted in our continuous testing and feedback from our user target base. In our first prototype, we received 86% of positive feedback, expressing interest in downloading the app, and 20% would be willing to pay for the premium plan. The future of Frigo is set to redefine the landscape of food waste management products. We know that food waste at the consumption level has already been addressed by different companies proposing their food waste tracker app. However, Frigo will be the first to provide all those features that can be found in different apps in a just unique place, everything leveled up by the use of AI, which will decrease the user effort, and by app gamification. Join us in this food waste reduction revolution and let's make a difference, one meal at a time. Thank you.
All right, Team Frigo. I love it. Wonderful pitch. Who of our judges has questions, please?
Hi, thank you so much for your presentation. My question is relating to your go-to-market strategy. So I presume, given that you're in Italy, you'll be first piloting it, and of course we have a high inflation rate, and consumers are very sensitive, I think, to groceries prices. And you indicated only 20% would pay for premium. So I would love to understand more how you are thinking about the sensitivity of your individuals, consumers who might be purchasing this. Do you have plans to make this more attractive for them so that the 20% becomes more 80 or 100%?
Yeah, of course. So I said 20% because in our first prototype, we tested it with a pool of individuals, and 20% said that would buy that plan. But since they have not used that, of course, they don't perceive the benefits that the app give you in terms of efficient type management and better and healthier diet. However, at the beginning, to incentivize people to buy the premium plan, we will offer free trials, so they really touch with hand the benefits of efficient time management, a healthier, more balanced diet, and reducing food waste that will lead to reduced financial waste. And this is a particular point, especially for students and young workers that live on their own, that are independent, but also they are not rich, and so they need to save money. And in the business model slide, I pointed out that with a monthly fee of 3.99 euros, there will be a gain for the user paying that money, because through the statistic, we have calculated that they would save 20 euros per month by saving money through saving the food that would have been thrown away without our app. And also there are other perceived value added, like efficient time management and an healthy and balanced diet. So we will give them a free trial, so to perceive with their own hands all these benefits. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other questions coming up here? Follow-up questions from Bonnie or any other judges?
Yeah, I have a question. I understand how you get data into it, telling about whenever I buy something, but in order for this app to work, you also have to know every time something comes out of the fridge. So what does that process look like, and how does the users interact with this application on a daily basis to track what they're consuming?
Yeah, so the consumer, as you well said, have to scan the grocery to input in your virtual fridge. Then, of course, in order to get out of your fridge, they need to tell the app that it's over. However, with our notification, we want to remind the user to notify that if something has finished up. Of course, and this is require less user effort, because as you use the app, maybe you can forget to continuously use the app to take the food out of the fridge, but we are going to like make the action ask to the user, have you used that? So it's not their like thinking, they have to think about, okay, I need to put this away, I've just used that. And also, like through our personalized meal planner, if they like go to the premium plan, we offer a diet also based on ingredients they have on the fridge. And if they say that they like, okay, at lunch I prepare this meal, all the ingredients that were used to make that meal will be taken out automatically by the fridge. So that will not require effort from the user to say, okay, milk, I've used that. But it's all incorporated in that meal, in that recipe. So this is the explanation about the user effort in taking the food out of the fridge, but also we have different ways to reduce the user effort in input the grocery into the fridge, because we know at the beginning the customer has to scan the product. However, we will employ smart shopping list. So based on the customer historical data, so what has bought, the customer using this smart shopping list, so with the list of the things he has to buy, just if he checks one product, like the milk will go automatically in the fridge. So without the need of scanning again physically the product that he has bought. So this will reduce the user effort. Also in the future, we plan to do partnerships with online supermarkets. And this is a key valuable thing of our for our business. In fact, by connecting with online supermarkets, once the user will have bought food and grocery from the online supermarket, those groceries will automatically inserted into the app without the user scanning each article and without user effort. So, and this is one of the other things that differentiates us.
All right, and we need to unfortunately interrupt here. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Thanks for the questions. We continue with team number 4. We are moving on to Smart C team from Colombia. They introduce us to an advanced AG tech ecosystem that utilizes sensors, drones, and AI algorithms to tackle the global challenge of crop production losses. Let's get started, team number.
Greetings to everyone. We are 5 young Colombians united by our passion for agriculture. And this is our project, Smart Seed, technology to harvest a more sustainable future. 9.76 million tons of food are lost or wasted each year in Colombia, and over 41% of the total food loss occurs during agricultural production. And this is only in Colombia. What about the world? The truth is that these statistical figures are concerning. But what's the root cause? Primarily, this is due to limited access to timely and essential information, modern technologies causing uninformed decision-making by farmers. Studies in Colombia demonstrate that integrating technology and reliable information significantly reduces crop losses, potentially increasing productivity by 33%. That's why we created Smart Seed, an agtech ecosystem that reduces crop losses, making information and technology crucial for farmers. Using sensors, drones, and AI, our platform, accessible through multiple channels, offers personalized strategies from crop diagnosis to predictions. What services are included? Early detection of pests, diseases, and important characteristics, planting recommendations based on historical data, and finally, diagnosis of the current crop. Now, let's look at our prototypes. Our citrus algorithm identifies the oranges and estimates crop yield. Also, our potato model accurately recognizes diseases. We offer a diverse range of AI solutions for farmers, developed in collaboration with a group of professors with PhDs. As a validation, we made a study case on the potato cultivation. Smart seed has the potential to transform this process, projecting a reduction in losses from 41% to 8%, leading to an additional expected gain of 59%. Now, you might wonder, why is Smart seed? Unlike competitors, we provide customized seeding, recommendations based on market data, and AI models for detecting pests, diseases, and other relevant factors. With a market potential of 5.3 million hectares in Colombia, our collaboration with FIAT, the International Center for Tropical Agriculture, grants direct access to 1 million hectares. This is strong partnership through the Sustainable Agri-Food Colombia project will benefit more than 600,000 families. In a B2B model, our allied entities and key partners subscribe to our services. We offer flexible plans, including a basic package at $80 per month for 1 to 10 hectares, costing $8 per hectare, and a scalable option with decreasing per hectare costs as the area expands, providing limitless scalability. For example, 50 hectares costing $3 per hectare. Now, Flores Trigal and INN, agro-industry leaders, they plan to invest $50,000 in Smart Seed. We are proud of our significant progress in 4 months. We planned our first year of R&D with FIAT, expanding in 2 years with 500 hectares, and reaching a consolidation now in our 5th year with 100,000 hectares, and expanding soon to reach more farmers, creating a greater impact. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Another team perfect on time, so good. Who has a question for Team Smart Seed? Feel free to just jump in.
Yeah. I have a question. Hello?
Please, we hear you. You're audible.
Yeah, okay, please. It seems a little bit broad, your project, no? Because you can do a lot of things with when you apply technology to agriculture. What do you offer in this $80 or $8 per hectare program? You offer all kind of possibilities as a pest control and a lot of different things, or what exactly you offer?
Thank you, Javier, for your question. I'm going to show you a backup slide that we have, and this is our structure and how we are going to plan our business. How you see in the layer 1, we are seeing the proposition of the basic plan. The drone leading, taking photos for the prototype that we showed to you previously. And with the rest of the sensor, we are maintaining a control over all the crops. In this case, we have planted a potato. So with the potato, we have all the information, pH, humidity, and more information and characteristics related to the crop in the stage. Then we are going to upload that to our cloud. And finally, in order to be more specific, we are going to send the information previously processed to our farmers.
Great.
So tell me about, I have another question, follow up on that. Tell me about the cost to set up a farm like this. I see you're putting lots of sensors in the ground. Those things do cost money. Are you charging the farmers a startup fee, or do you have a feeling for how much that equipment is going to cost to build, enable a hectare to provide you that data?
Yeah, we have make estimation of the cost. I'm gonna show you that, and let me arrive to the sorry. 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 Yeah, this is our business setup. We have a plan for everybody. So we work like the telecommunication system. We offer the drones, for example, to the farmer, but they are not gonna be the owner of the drone. They're gonna rent the drone, and then we are going to provide all the solutions during the stage of crop. For example, the potato have a duration of 1 year here in Colombia. So the crop for the cost for potato is calculated during 1 year. So the farmer will have a cost, a monthly cost that spans all the costs of the drone sensor and the system that we are providing to them.
So the initial cost is $11,000. Is that right?
Yeah, but it is like an investment.
Understood.
Yeah.
And then I'm confused by the $80 a month versus this $2,500 a month.
Could you repeat? I didn't hear you.
You said earlier there was a service for $80 a month, but this one is saying the service is $2,552 per month.
Yeah, but it is for the maintaining system as an initial stage during our prototype, because we have to collect many data, and it took time and money to generate this result for the farmers. We have to achieve more information for arrive at a good solution.
All right. Brian, no more follow-up questions, it looks like. Then thank you both very much. There was another great pitch here. And we are moving on to Team Algeria, Project Anesi. Bring us a wristband and mobile app for detecting and preventing autistic meltdowns.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Algerian project Annecy. Let's start with the real story of Ali, an autistic 9-year-old boy from Algeria struggling with autism. He faces intense meltdowns by crying, self-harming by pulling and eating his hair, blacking his eyelashes, and even biting himself to bleed. These episodes often lead him to unsafe places, leaving his parents anxious and unable to work or leave home. In each 160 people globally, we find someone like Ali, which leads to 2.7 million in the Arab region, with 450,000 Algerians. Desperately, they want help and relief, hoping to discover peace and ensure their safety. Hence, our problem, the autistic meltdowns, is complex and is often triggered by sensory overload, anxiety, and communication challenges. Its unpredictable nature makes it difficult for their caregivers and parents to provide them timely support and comfort. Therefore, our solution is Annecy, a hypoallergenic adaptable wristband equipped with sensors and powered by AI and IoT technologies, designed with insights from the autistic community to predict and prevent autistic meltdowns during the rambling phase in order to avoid reaching the rage phase. Our device utilizes 4 or 5G connectivity to transmit data from the wristband to a secure cloud server equipped with an AI model. When this model detects early signs of meltdown, the device notifies the caregiver via our mobile application, enabling quick support to the autist by providing calming strategies on our app. Our app features include real-time vital signs monitoring, child location and meltdown history, notifications, learning space, and contact autism experts. After surveying and interviewing 300 individuals within the autistic community, 76% strongly validated our project, expressing readiness to adopt the solution. As for a study case, NEC adds value by saving time, improving the overall quality of life, and potentially reducing costs. Introducing NEC brings hope, eases challenges, and brings back harmony for those with autism. Our strategic roadmap begins with securing investment, followed by data collection to train our AI model. After forging partnership and testing with 30 autistic individuals, we refine the solution and gear up for an official launch in Algeria, next to Africa, and then to the Middle East. NEC will have mixed marketing approach, leveraging six sub-strategies such as direct sales, free testing and discounts, collaboration with organizations, and media companies. With these strategies, we aim to reach our three different markets: B2C sector, B2B, and B2G. The revenue generation involves selling our device at $130 with a profit margin of $61.5 per unit, besides premium features within the associated app. Also, for the initial 2 years, we have an estimated revenue of $390,000, excluding premium features and expenses of $464,000. As for investments, with $80,000, we can produce 3,000 units of NEC device. Finally, NEC, as the only company in Algeria with this solution, we believe that autistic children are seeds that will grow brighter and bigger with us. This is our presentation. Thank you all for your time and engagement.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. We are coming to our Q&A. Who has a question?
I
go first.
Oh, you go, please.
Oh, sorry. You can go.
Davide, continue. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. So, I two question. Quick. I will be quick. What is the science behind and the 300 survey? They use a prototype or it was just research?
Sorry? Can you repeat the question,
yeah,
please?
what is the science behind and the 300 in the survey? They used the product or a prototype, or it was just a consumer research?
So before we used research, and also we made interviews and testimonials from different autistic caregivers and from the community about the hypersensitivity they face and the challenges they face, and every possible data, like the occurrence of meltdowns that we need in our project. So they didn't test the prototype, but we described in details, and they told us also the cost that they are, the price that they are willing to pay for the product. So it was more of a market research and also to understand the Algerians community experience with autism.
I have a question for you. Is it possible to use an off-the-shelf smartwatch to detect one of these autistic meltdowns? Could you write a program that ran on the smartwatch to do the same thing your prototype is doing?
Yes, I will answer that. So we made our research and we made our interviews. We concluded that autistic children have hypersensitivity to any visuals, and they prefer lightweight materials. So a watch is heavy and it provides visual overload to them. Also, our watches were designed, our wristband were designed with tissue that is hypoallergenic, that respects the hypersensitivity of the autistic individual. Also, so the lightweightness, the hypoallergenic tissue will help them. Also, we made about this. We made a survey. We conducted interviews, and most autistic children reject watches. They don't like the heaviness. They don't like that. So our approach is to provide something that children would accept easily, and give their parents assistance to make them adapt this wristband. And we are also making a customizable approach, whether it's the design, whether it's the size. So yes, actually, autistic children don't accept watches, so it was impossible. And also regarding the price, Smartwatches here in Algeria are kind of expensive. Our device offers half the price, and it is actually the perfect thing for the autistic children according to their parents and our interviews.
Awesome. Then let's move to the next question, please. I see Bonnie might have a question for us.
Those questions have been asked, so yeah, happy to move on. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. Anybody else from our judges with any other questions here? We can get one more question in time-wise.
Actually, the science behind, I was asking before, maybe if you focus on the second question, if there is some research, there's medical support. I didn't see it on the team who has medical experience, so I was, yeah.
So yeah, we actually did the summaries and we asked the doctors about the signs of a meltdown, and our sensors were based on the triggers that cause a meltdown. If we can show the device details on slide 63.
So we always consult with an autistic researcher. We have him supporting our team and reviewing every process from the start to the end of our project. And our government supports autism, so everyone is ready and helping us with everything they could. And we also make sure to get every insight.
So it's ongoing. The science is ongoing.
All right. Thank you all very much. That was great. By the way, for those who don't know, for those who were not here with us last year it was the team from Algeria that actually won this global competition. So there's, of course, maybe some pressure for you guys, but I think, in my opinion, you guys done very well. And we are already halfway through our pitches here tonight. So I want to ask you all in the audience, how do you all feel after seeing these 5 awesome presentations? Use the chat in the meeting, or if you are watching the stream on YouTube, use the comment function, because you are the ones who know how much work it taken for those teams to make it until here in the competition. And now is the time also for you to enjoy a small 5-minute break, maybe grab a glass of water, a snack, refresh for a bit, take time to breathe while we hear some words from our esteemed judges, learning more from their expertise. And also a quick reminder to everybody in the audience, use your power to vote for the People's Choice Award. We'll drop the voting link shortly again in the comments. So don't forget and just support your favorite team, because your voice is what matters. And now we come to our judge interviews. I'm starting out with Brian David Jamberlin. Thank you, Brian, for being a long-term supporter of the Seeds for the Future program and inspiring students as well as a technology expert. We are very happy to have you as a judge here tonight. What I would love to know from you is, what change or difference have you noticed in the Seeds for the Future program over the years? Was it changes in the technology? Did the teams change? The ideas change? Floor is yours.
What I have noticed over the years is that the teams this year seem far better prepared than in previous years. In the past, they would struggle to answer the questions, and so far, even the difficult questions that people ask, they seem to have the answers already prepared, and that's wonderful.
I love that. Awesome. And Brian, as you've also been working here at Huawei for quite some time, is there any specific Huawei technology that you believe might be something that can help all or a lot of the teams that are participating here today?
Well, one of the teams mentioned that they are going to be using 4 or 5G technology to help them deliver data over the network. And I strongly believe that the mobile networks are essential for being able to connect everybody in the world to these AI-based platforms in the cloud. So it's really two things. It's the connection that the mobile network provides, and it's the AI running in the cloud that's going to bring these amazing solutions.
Awesome. And Huawei has their own AI applications, which is quite exciting with lots of brokers there as well. Thank you, Brian, for sharing with us and for being here with us. Next, I continue with Bonnie Ju. You have a beautiful, deep background in the social impact space. And I'd love to hear from you. What suggestions do you have for young entrepreneurs who want to better align their projects to address the UN Sustainable Development Goals?
Great, thank you. Well, congratulations to all of the teams for all your excellent ideas and the traction that you've gained so far. I also started out as a young entrepreneur, no longer so young. So I think it's really impressive to see the focus on addressing the Sustainable Development Goals. We all know we have around 6 years left to achieve the progress, which can feel very daunting. So I think all the teams are already on the right track on really integrating technology into their solutions, because we need very tremendous progress to be made in the next few years, and thinking of ways to reach scalability quickly. So yeah, that's one suggestion. I think the other suggestion is not specific to addressing the Sustainable Development Goals. It's simply a suggestion around entrepreneurship. I remember when I first started my social enterprise, I also went through the competition journey, and actually I didn't win. And looking back, not winning was the best thing that happened, because it trained me to be resilient. It trained me to really think very critically about my problem, the problem that I'm trying to solve, and change the solution. I learned that you need to fall in love not with your solution, but you need to fall in love with the problem that you're trying to solve. So that's a kind of another suggestion on resilience and perseverance. The third one is, how do you measure your social and environmental impact? I think in the pitches, we hear a lot about the problems that you're addressing, and then your business solution and how you go to market. I haven't heard as much from the entrepreneurs today, specific metrics that you go about measuring social impact. So I hope that as you develop your solution, you'll continue to think about that.
Fantastic, Bonnie. I love all of them. And we have just a bit time left, Bonnie, so I have a follow-up question for you. Are there any specific resources that you recommend for the social entrepreneurs on their journey to create more social and environmental impact?
Well, there's so many resources, which maybe through afterwards we can compile something to share. But there are a lot of entrepreneurship support organizations. I was part of a few in my early days, like Junior Achievement, and then subsequently the Resolution Project in the US, which I know PIM also collaborates with. So I think PIM already has a lot of great resources. But specific on impact measurement, there is an organization called Impact Frontiers. So if you search on the internet, they have a lot of resources around step-by-step how you measure social impact. And of course, you can go onto the website of my consultancy, the Social Investment Consultancy. We also have a lot of different publications around measuring impact, advice for social enterprises, etc.
Awesome, Bonnie. Thank you so much. So we have the Frontiers and the Social Investment Consultancy, those two resources. And if you want to share anything else with us, drop it to us, Bonnie, and I'm sure we can forward it to our alumni and participant LinkedIn group, where it's always appreciated when resources are being shared. So for our participants, make sure to utilize those groups, ask your questions, and so on, because it helps everybody, and share those resources. That is the spirit of creating impact together. So this was our round number 1 of our judge interviews. Thank you. And I hope that our next team is ready. Let me introduce to you Team Singapore with the Project Command that is introducing their mobile application system for people with physical disability and speech difficulties. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Zhiyao from Singapore Team Command. Today, I'm going to share one amazing solution for helping a group with physical disability and speech difficulties. I started sharing presentation. I'd like to share a few comments with one of our key supporters, our professional expert, Dr. Navin Nel, the Disability People Association Singapore Inclusion Ambassador. In his professional experiences, thought about physical disability and speech difficulties is a really serious problem happening in Singapore, even all over the world. Nearly 60 to 70% suffer from AIDS. By trying about our idea and our product is really make a difference and bring a benefit for them, physical disabilities and speech difficulties. As a research and survey, we realized that the main problem and main targets happens from stroke, cerebral palsy, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, even a significant number of the elderly people in all over the world. So we found that the main problem happens from communication barrier, high cost, user-unfriendly products in current market, as well as the great burden on the family. So that's why we built this Command, a powerful, efficient, productive, unique approach with the AI model and eye tracking, our own design model powered by Huawei Cloud. Let's take a look about our system diagram here. We mostly focus on the cross-platform mobile application provide for the user with physical disability and speech difficulties. As well as with the help from the Huawei Cloud Model App, we can likely to define our own eye tracking model stored in the backend. Besides of that, we have luckily connected lots of collaborators as our supporters. With their help, we can set up our own proof of partnerships, have done over 200 testers and users, as well as a link with the local NGOs, 9+ communities. So with that, we can show a few testers about our elderly friends, and they are attracted about our products, giving us a lot of feedback. So in coming future, we will set up our business model as software services in 2 different versions. So that's about our products. We hopefully can localize in Singapore, scale to China, even all over the world, link with the local community, what we have done. So this is about our team, me and Jadrin from Singapore and US. So hopefully you can support us, help them. Let's take a look about our simple demo here. So in the left part of the screen, the intersection point is a kind of a running eye tracking model for help to track the eyeball movement. And then you can see the bottom 5-second period is kind of running to help the user to select the button.
And I can use my eyes to click the button and start chatting now. As you can see, the application will generate some possible response here, and I can select one of it to play via the text to speech.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
And if the user cannot find any suitable response here, and he can use our T2 predictive input method to enter his own response. And here I'm going to enter I am not good.
So in the base right part of this list is based on our T2 predictive input method. It will automatically generate the words based on our input characters in the T2 part, left and right buttons. Such as now we are type 4 sentences that I am not good.
Okay, after finish the whole sentence, I can click the send button here to play with the text to speech.
Yeah, thank you so much for
building about our demo and whole presentation. Hopefully you can support us, help them.
All right. Congrats also to Singapore. Another great pitch. Let's move to Q&A. Who has the first question for us?
That's from me. Thank you for the presentation. That was very interesting. I have a question about about the group who will be your group of users. And obviously, this is a very specific group of users that you'll be rolling out to in a specific. You said that you had done some pilot testing with them, and I wanted to know a little bit more about the pilot testing as well as the size of the market that you expect for these people with physical and speech difficulties.
Sorry, about again the questions.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the size of your market? That is, the people who will potentially be using the technology and the pilot testing that you've done with them so far.
So quickly that we localize in Singapore. So around Singapore, around like 20,000 about users. Overall, will be conclude as a physical disability or speech difficulties. But not only just this, because most of our team members also from China, so Chinese. So our model have a replaced version with the Chinese version. So we still have a chance to enlarge to all over the China based in next 2025 about our roadmap here. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to extend that out a little bit more to just ask you about the cost basis, particularly for quite a vulnerable group of users, and what you're thinking about that in terms of supporting those vulnerable users and by reducing potential costs.
So actually, the cost you mentioned about that, we firstly think about is the developer cost, but for that one, is most of the focus on is the maintenance about the server from Huawei Cloud. But fortunately, that current all the version is based on the students version powered by Huawei Cloud, so we really appreciate that. And another thing is about our connection partnerships with a local community from Singapore. A lot of that one is most of the connect from our key component, the starting point, Dr. Nabinel, as I shared. So most of them is based on the free version about testing. But what we have provide for them is kind of vouchers about in return voucher to help them to testing about in past of beta testing rounds. Yeah. So in coming future, that the earning or investment, what we want is also set up a gamma testing for next rounds, invite more the people coming, and the cost will be covered for that part and extend to the more advertisement to the local community as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question and answers. Any other questions from our judges?
Yeah, I had a small follow-up. I was also interested in the business model. So it can be used any mobile, I assume. So the cost is just the software.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, and some of the technology that you are using exists in different forms. Are you using existing software solution or the function of the mobile, or you are developing all the function by yourself, and how you integrate in different mobile environment?
Yes. So actually, we have. So I want to emphasize one more thing is that we do the testing with a few current API with current some eye tracking APIs. But unfortunate thing is that every individual our target users, such as show older persons or even the lateral sclerosis, they have different distance when they hold in the mobile application or settle down in wheelchair. So we need to have a calibration firstly with our own designed model, what we say a tuning well with the model. So we currently do our own design eye tracking model set up in the backend of our Huawei cloud. As well as another thing is that we also power some AGI API such as GPT-4 or any other Pangu big model for the generative AI chatbots. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you all again very much. And we are moving on to Team Germany. That's my own home country, and Project Tracewaters, pitching their app for detecting contaminated drinking water using image processing algorithms. Here we go.
Hi, we are Tracewaters, a social startup on a mission to enable safe drinking water through our water testing platform, because we believe that clarity is more than just a feeling. It's a fundamental human right. This is Ayala, a mother of 5 children from Mumbai, facing the daily dilemma of ensuring safe water for her children, a crisis felt by millions of parents in Southeast Asia. Globally, more than 1,000 children die daily from water-related diseases. India, with its high population density and climate change impact, faces several water scarcity and contamination, favored by the lack of awareness about water quality in society. Our survey in India revealed that 75% of respondents are uncertain about the safety of their water, with 82% expressing a strong desire for more information.
That's where Tracewaters comes in. We have developed a water testing platform allowing everyone to check their water quality and find suitable purification options. You take the immersed test stripe and scan it with the app. Our image recognition software analyzes the test stripe and shows you the results immediately. In addition to a summarized assessment of your water quality, you will receive information about each measurement and its impact on your health. Through our underlying algorithm, you will be then recommended individual cleaning options which you can buy directly. But Tracewaters goes beyond that. You do not only have access to your results, but gain access to users' data worldwide that is shown on a map. With Tracewaters, you become part of a community working towards better water quality. What makes us unique? We offer you individual filter recommendations based on your circumstances at the best price-performance ratio, and all of this in real time and understandable for everyone. We are starting our business in India, where our impact will be the greatest. India is placed 120 out of 122 in terms of water quality. Simultaneously, it has one of the biggest economic market potentials. These experts from Asia and Germany, who are just as convinced from our idea as we are eager to support us. How do we want to monetize our solution?
That's a good question, Vivi. We have a 3-step revenue model. We start by selling our test kits directly to the end consumer. Through affiliate marketing, we earn a 7% commission on the filters. Our first sales did we accomplish so far. In the next phase, it's all about scaling. We will reach out business customers and NGOs to give out our water strips and build our own shop with better commissions for the filters. In the last phase, we will use our collected data to sell it to interest groups like insurances and building contractors. Let's have a look into our financials. With an investment of 150,000 euros, we will reach our break-even in about 2 years. This outlook is supported by a robust gross profit margin of 77%. Our biggest cost points are R&D, salaries, and marketing expenses. Besides the money, we want to create an impact. Based on our data, NGOs and governments across the globe can identify where action is needed to collectively strive for better water quality and thus reduce the number of children dying daily. This is our great team, which is going to make our solution successful. Here's what we have accomplished so far. We formed a strategic partnership with the NGO Viva Con Agua, developed a successful MVP, and tested our product in India last November. Now we want to further develop our product and invest in marketing campaigns to reach a product launch in India. For that, we need financial resources and media attention to go further. But this is going to be really hard to get.
Wait a second, Alex. That's precisely why we're here today. You have now the opportunity to accelerate us, to bring Tracewaters to India and the people there. We are Tracewaters, a social startup on a mission to enable safe drinking water through our water testing platform, because we believe that clarity is more than just a feeling. It's a fundamental human right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to all the people at Tracewaters. And we are coming to our Q&A. Who has the first question, dear judges?
Yes, please. I have a question. So it's a great project, very interesting. But so how do you will send the filters through Amazon, I guess, right? And how much will it cost one filter? Because considering in India the population has not so much acquisition power is a big question, no? And how do you send it exactly? Because Amazon doesn't work really well in all the zones.
That's depending. So we're starting as lean as possible with affiliate marketing. So you test your water through our app or through our website, and then you have to check for what you need the water for drinking, for showering, and all the stuff. And then you get a filter recommendation, and it's always the best filter for your circumstances and your problems with the water quality, and it's always the best price. And then it's affiliate marketing, so you get the link, and over the link you have access to the filter, and we earn a 7% commission through Amazon or Flipkart, that's more popular in India. So that's the first step we're going to do. And the filter.
Can you tell us how much is the price for a filter who tastes if the water is drinkable, for instance?
It depends on the filter. I think the filter start at around like $20, 20 euros. So it's like 2,000 in like the Indian currency.
I mean, it starts from a water filter where you just want to water your like a glass of water, and goes all up to filter your whole water required by your whole home or building, right? It goes up to like thousands of dollars for if you want to fit the filter in your home, or like, yeah.
But if you want to analyze your water at home in your building, as a family, as a person, if you want to analyze, how much will cost a filter for that?
I mean, the test kit, right? If you just want to do the analytics, Vivian, maybe.
One.
It's like $5 or something for our test kit right now, with some margin on top, and then you can do the testing, and then you get your recommendation and stuff.
Okay, and how much approximately is a water purifier?
So water purifier goes from 20 euros till like 150 euros. But we also asked in our survey if they would pay for that money, and mostly the family itself are saving together for buying one of these filters.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Javier. And who has the next question, please?
Yeah, I have a question. It will be helpful if you can expand on your business model, because I understand you are not producing the test kits and purifiers yourselves, right? So you're just buying from others, make a margin on top, and then reselling.
Yeah, it's for the filters we're not producing. We're just doing affiliate marketing in the first step, and then the second step we're just the partners, but we're producing the test kits.
Okay, and can you just confirm your target audience? Where in India is huge place, and also what's the kind of socioeconomic backgrounds that you are likely to be targeting?
We have different target groups, so we are starting with our first target group are young parents that feel a strong need for the safety and the health of their children. And then we're going further, reaching out to people between 15 and 64 that are living in the big cities, because the problems in the big cities, because of the high density of the population, are bigger. So these are like 364 million. And to target with the test kit plus the affiliate marketing, we are targeting the middle and high income consumers, and they have a button for buy one, spend one. So each time one of the middle or high consumers buy the test kit, one of the low income consumers gets a test kit for free, and we partner up with NGOs, so they give out our test kits.
And of course, by building a community, it's going to be a networking effect. So if I know that in the hometown of my grandma, the water is bad, I have a need to help her to have a better water quality. So when we are gathering more data around our country, more people are getting into it, because they know, oh, damn it, the water in my hometown is not that good, or in the country I want to go there. Okay, I have to act immediately.
Great points and fantastic question. I love it. All the best to you guys as well. And we are coming to Team Namibia project Yeni AI, a platform that is revolutionizing classroom learning with an AI-powered chatbot.
Afternoon, judges. We are Yeni AI. We are trying to solve two problems. The first one is, how do we help teachers who are giving group instructions to be able to achieve world-class performances for their learners? Since 1984, we have known that from the 2 Sigma paper, learners who receive one-on-one tutoring perform 98% better than learners who receive group instruction, where it's one teacher teaching 30 learners. To be able to achieve this, we've trained an AI system that works on learners' devices and they can use it inside the classroom. The second problem is it's not enough to just reduce the teacher-to-learner ratio. You need to ensure as well that the teacher is able to deliver on the curriculum. So underskilled teachers are teachers who are just able to understand. That means they can explain or summarize. But in order to deliver on the curriculum, the teacher must be a skilled teacher, meaning they can apply, analyze, evaluate, and create, because the learners are expected to go there. So our AI system is much smarter than the majority of humans and can move learners up this hierarchy in a Socratic manner. So here's our solution. Ms. Maria is a chemistry teacher teaching 30 learners. Her learners come with phones to school, and instead of listening to Ms. Maria deliver a lesson in front of the board, the learners chat with Yeni AI, each on their table, one-on-one, with a lesson prepared by Ms. Maria on Yeni AI. So the learners go on Yeni AI, they go in Ms. Maria's classroom. Ms. Maria on the teacher side creates a lesson. All she has to do to create a lesson is copy the learning objectives from her curriculum. Whatever curriculum she's following, Yeni AI will use these learning objectives as the goal and teach the learners in a conversational way. So for example, here this learner starts a lesson and say, hi, what is today's lesson? And Yeni responds, today's lesson is about isotopes and radioactive isotopes. Do you know what isotopes are? Yeni AI responds Socratically. Unlike many other AI systems, it doesn't give the learner an answer. Rather, it challenges the learner. It's rooted in what is called inquiry-based learning. It allows learners to use voice input, to do text input, as well as get audio output for auditory learners. Yeni AI is Socratic. The conversation will go on back and forth between the learner and Yeni AI until the AI has understood that the learner has achieved the specific objectives. If the learner is still struggling, Yeni AI has the ability to search on YouTube and find the best video that will help the learner's misunderstanding. On the teacher's side, the teacher can see each conversation that the learners are having with Yeni AI. It can further interact with the AI to help the learner. Our market here in Namibia, our potential customers, we have over 3,500 schools and university departments that offer group instructions that can use our service. Our total addressable market is 200,000, and we are targeting initially 60 private schools only for the next 14 months. We charge $30 per month per learner. We have a 30% markup on that, and we are charging $330 per learner with an average learner of 380 learners per school for 8 months. A school value is $91,200. So with our initial market target, that's a market opportunity of about $5.4 million per year. But we have a chance to be Namibia's first unicorn, because by just reaching 1,096 schools, we can generate a revenue of $100 million in USD. This is very important to attract private capital because education is capital intensive. And so we have launched Yeni on the 9th of September. Within 83 days, we have a great partnership with our university that gives us free hosting and a supercomputer where we fine-tune our open source models. We have gotten 9 customers since we launched and generated $800 in revenue. We have cash in the bank of $12,000, which we raised from investors. And our plan for the next 14 months is to get 8 paying private schools and get into Y Combinator, the biggest accelerator in the world. My team consists of 6 ambitious people, young people with expertise in software engineering, mathematics, chartered accountancy, and so forth.
It felt like face-to-face, like you one-on-one with someone, so it just felt like they were paying more attention than a class with 25 people.
Compared to like a teacher, a normal teacher, it just like breaks everything so much more in depth.
It felt like face.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yeni AI is not just an idea, it's a product with real users, real customers. Thank you.
Wonderful. Everybody loves to hear that. Real product with real customers. That is a real traction, right? Okay, we are coming to our Q&A. Thank you for the pitch. Judges, please. Who wants to get started?
Sure, I have a question. It seems from the video that you have taught it how to teach chemistry. Tell me what other kind of classes this will teach, and where is it going to pull the lesson material from?
So any AI is running large language models. They are trained on data across the internet, but they are further fine-tuned to be Socratic. So it can teach almost all the subjects in Namibia except the indigenous languages because the data is not stored in there. So it can teach chemistry, it can teach mathematics, way much better than what ChatGPT can do because we are outsourced, we are verifying the answer with what is called Wolfram Alpha, a computational engine. It can do biology, it can do English, it can do French. By the way, all large language models like ChatGPT, including us, speak over 50 languages. So you can explain chemistry in French, can explain chemistry in Afrikaans, and the rest of the subjects.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions or follow-up questions here?
Yeah, actually, one of my AI education company exited last year to Nasdaq company, so it's one of my area of expertise. Actually, also it was interesting to see the Socratic method. It was a long time I didn't hear that word. So actually, how that is made, because that's the interesting part for me. Like the interaction, I understand. How is the Socratic method implemented? How you interact? Because you can get Wolfram or ChatGPT, but how you manage to simulate that method?
So the first way we first collected list of conversations back and forth between the learner and the AI. Then we use models like ChatGPT to help us generate this response in a Socratic way. So then we had testing data, and then we use this testing data and plug it back into the models to fine tune it. So now it performs almost 90% Socratic every time. If you do that with ChatGPT, for example, and you put in custom instructions and tell ChatGPT respond in a Socratic way, it will do it like 50% of the time. So did I answer your question?
Yeah, perfectly. That's actually, I was going to ask you the framework, but you said before, so you saved me one question. I have another question, which is more about the use case. So there is a class, there is a teacher, but in reality, the experience is individual. Are you sure this is going to work in a traditional class environment? It sounds like an override of what the teacher should do in a social experience. If I see a class with a lot of students like watching the tablet and asking questions differently, it doesn't look like really the class experience. So have you thought how to integrate or how it's going to work?
That's a great question. When we launched Yeni, we tested it for 2 days at a private school and let's show you what the teachers have said. So look at this video. Teachers and learners.
Like you one-on-one with someone, so it just felt like they were paying more attention than a class with 25 people.
Compared to like a teacher, a normal teacher, it just like breaks everything so much more in depth.
I enjoyed how it engaged me rather than just giving me the answer like most other AI software.
Okay. I'm actually scared to ask my teacher some questions, so then I asked it and it actually explained to me in a better way.
That the student can manage the topic at their own pace. It doesn't allow learners to get out of topic. If you go out of topic, it brings you back.
Misconceptions, you could now gauge what it is exactly that the learner doesn't understand.
Got a lot of learners engaged.
If you get something wrong, it'll still make you feel somehow nice about it, which I really enjoy.
The feature is the friendliness and the emojis that it puts at the end.
Okay.
Like there's this time when I asked a question about acids and bases, and it gave me quite the friendly response, not like the other AI which gives you in a professional way, but it feels as if you're talking to another person in a sense.
It helped me when it asked me questions and it actually had me thinking about what the answer could be.
And it was even probing. So what do you think? How do you feel about this?
So we tested this with a school, and this is how the teachers and the learners felt. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yeah, I heard more from the student and less from the teachers, but anyway, I see your point. I still think there's some need for some fine tuning, but it's okay. Thanks.
We have attached a video that is longer than this, where there are more teachers talking. So I will encourage you to check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Any questions?
Any follow-up, Davide, here from your side?
No. I asked too much already.
I am very glad about that. Thank you so much, and shout out for this solution. We all need to empower people in education, especially in developing countries. And now we are moving from Namibia all the way across a big ocean to Brazil, we are coming to project Trash Track, bring us an innovative solution for efficient garbage collection and smart city living.
Hello everybody, I'm Guilherme, representative of Trash Track. Our main goal is to manage the challenging situation of trash accumulation by applying an intelligent approach. But first, it is necessary to understand the situation of Lucia. She is just one more Brazilian out of 77 million directly harmed by trash accumulation. Lucia is a mother and resident of São Paulo. Her habits include discarding trash even when the trash bins are almost completely full and knowing that it can spread diseases. That's why she is still recovering from dengue and so is unable for now to support her family. What Lucia faced today, you may face tomorrow, as waste management is a concern for us all. In a recent survey, 70% highlighted trash accumulation as a persistent issue, even with a collective survey periodically. So, São Paulo spent over 3 million trying to control dengue. Also, trash piles up and leading to over 25,000 accidents with venomous animals. The inefficiency of the service is evident. The City Hall allocated over $300,000 trying to control this issue. Despite this financial commitment, the impact on waste management remains inadequate. But why does it happen? We talked to some city halls, especially the City Hall of São Paulo, and what they highlighted was we need more data to make collection more effective. So that's why we are here. We provide a smart waste management system using sensors on bins, aiming to generate data analytics dashboards and optimize maps for our main users, city halls and private collection companies. This is possible by applying technologies such as IoT protocols and cloud for storing our data and processing our AI algorithms. Consider Maria at the City Hall, our main user, and upon login, she can explore the optimized map with key points of collection. Next, she can explore the data analytics dashboard with the statistics, and finally, the live status of the sensors. What would city halls want to work with us? Because we guarantee a reduction from 30 to 40% of the costs with a sale cost of $250,000. Our costs are based on marketing, infrastructure, support, and salaries. Our business model is based on B2G, but we also consider B2G, B2B. Finally, we have a maintenance service of $2,000 per month. For our next steps, we want to create partnerships with companies like Huawei and Sebrae from Brazil. And according to our plan, we want to start in one neighborhood of São Paulo, expand after 2 years to the whole city, and finally be present in all Brazil's regions depicted in the diagram. This is our team. Thank you so much for your attention, and Trash Track, Beyond Trash Collection. Thank you.
Trash Track, thank you, amazing. And we are coming to our Q&A. I see Javier might have a question for us.
I don't see exactly if you can reduce the cost in 40%, because normally the trash collection, for instance, in Spain or in any countries every day, you know? And then you collect the trash that is from this day, you know? How do you know that there are zones or areas of the city that have less trash than others? And so this seems to me a little bit strange.
Okay, I can take this question. Well, first we did like a market research, like about what the market are already doing about the trash accumulation, and the technologies they already existent in other part of the globe. And we saw that many companies already did that and already did this reduced cost. And we have like the detailed cost system, and we managed to build all the costs for our infrastructure and the system. And we talked to some city halls about the simulation of the cost with our system, like reducing the fuels and this kind of things. And yeah, we didn't implement it yet, but based on simulations and the market research, based on the other companies that are already doing that in other countries, we managed to get this number. Like, is a approximation number.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Javier. And to our other judges, any other questions?
Yeah, maybe I'll come in with a question. Thank you for your presentation. I'm curious how you intend to build that track record and establish the relationship with the governments, because most governments have very complicated procurement system. So yeah, if you can expand on that.
I think I can also take this question. We interviewed with a lot of city halls, and all of them told us about the data. They need data, as we showed and as we mentioned in our presentation. And we, based on that, we talked about with them about the legal issues. How can we, if like we implemented that, how can we do that in a quicker way? And because like, yes, government spends like too much time to proceed that, this kind of contract, legal contracts, but they told us they have like a goal. Like, we have a national goal here in Brazil. I think it's a global goal, but Brazil have to reduce like by 2030 the trash accumulation on the streets. So a lot of city halls has the target, has like a budget to invest on this kind of solutions, on this kind of innovative solutions based on collective systems to be more efficient. So the legal contracts are quicker because they need to do that now. They need to do that now so they can reduce that now because by 2030 has to be very low, or even don't exist that problem. That's the goal. So that's why I think there is like the legal process, but is like quicker than the like common contract with the company because of the goal, like a Brazil goal. I don't know if I answer right the question.
Can complement.
Thank you.
All
in the
right.
long term, it's no. Okay.
Do we have any follow-up question or anything else to add here? We have time for another quick fire question, maybe also from another judge, if anybody else want to ask something. All right, if there are no other questions, then I just give your beautiful Seeds for the Future t-shirt a compliment. Looks great on you. And thank you for the pitch all the way from Brazil. And we are coming to our next team, RF Cancer Detector from the UAE, bringing us a device for early cancer diagnosis through a radio frequency scanner. So many people suffering from this horrible disease, so very important to work on this. Looking forward to hear your pitch, and you all sitting here together. Beautiful.
Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. We are Team Bobby, and we are going to present to you our project, the RF Cancer Detector, a sensor that can detect cancer within seconds. My aunt, Badriya Al-Marzougi, was diagnosed with cancer at the summer of 2015. And because of the late diagnosis, she passed away in the winter of 2017, leaving behind 9 children, one of which was disabled.
Did you know that 9.9 million people die each year around the world due to cancer? And 8.8 million deaths are due to late diagnosis. And in the UAE alone, 9,000 people die, and 90% out of those deaths are due to late diagnosis.
Our competitors are the existing solutions to cancer testing for breast cancer. Starting with the screening, X-ray machine causes radiation exposure, may give false positives and negatives, and not all females can use it since it has limitations in the density of the tissue. Tissue sampling, such as biopsies, are risky, they're painful, they take a lot of time, they take from 2 weeks to 2 months until the results are finalized. Specialized tests are somewhat similar to mammography, but they have limited availability. All solutions lack accuracy, time efficiency, and accessibility, which our project will provide obtainability, affordability, and an earlier diagnosis for a better chance of survival.
Based on our research, experience, and knowledge, different types of cancer can be detected and monitored using our radiofrequency sensor, based on their electrical properties such as frequency and conductivity. Because each type of cancer has its unique electrical property, we will use an AI model to assign each electrical property to the type of cancer. With the collaboration of the biology lab at our university, we were able to test 48 cancer samples that were 99.9% accurate, which detected breast cancer within seconds. So the process will be that the patient walks in, gets his blood sampled, and then the sample is taken to the radiofrequency sensor, which detects whether the person has breast cancer and which type of breast cancer they have. What makes our innovation special? It increases survival rates and reduces cost of care. This way, instead of the month's wait and the high cost of the existing solution, our innovation promises you a cheap, painless diagnosis in a couple of minutes. We are selling two products here. Two products in one. One is a software and the other is a hardware. The hardware consists of the RF sensor connected to a portable vector network analyzer, and the software is a subscription to our AI model and its dataset.
Starting with the planning stage, we already started with the research and have successfully created an initial prototype. All we need to move to the next step is the funding. In optimization, we will improve and upgrade the prototype to eliminate blood sample for even faster results. After that, we will work on getting the official licensing locally and then internationally. After production and launching the final product, we will evaluate based on the feedback. All the money that we will get will go to research and development, marketing and promotion, production and manufacturing, and then lastly, quality assurance. The next step after getting the license that we need is getting the collaborations and the partnership locally. We researched diverse fundings in the UAE that can help us accelerate our project for even faster than before. Our university supports our project, for which we had 3 amazing advisors that helped us with the gaps in our knowledge. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you for the pitch. Okay, and we're coming to the last Q&A of tonight, dear judges. Who has the first question here?
That would be me. Thank you for that pitch. Very interesting again. And last but not least, I would like to say, my question is about the product itself and your business strategy. So just to clarify, you will be directly selling to hospitals, is that correct?
Yes, hospitals and research institutions.
Okay, wonderful. And although the pitch talked about cancers in general, at the moment, this is specifically for breast cancers.
Yes, it's true. We would like to develop it further for other types of cancer.
Fantastic. No, that's really good. I was just wondering because one of the obvious early ways of detection that we have for breast cancers at the moment are mammograms, and we know that there already are some barriers for people engaging in early screening, even with something that's non-invasive, such as a mammogram. So, and there is already training and protocols in place within hospitals to undertake such screening. So, I'm wondering how you're going to get around this issue of the normative function of something that's more invasive, like blood testing, over the tried and tested, but and I guess what we know is not always incredibly accurate early screenings that there are currently within hospitals.
So currently we are doing it as a blood sample, but for the future we want to do it as close as an MRI or an X-ray, which scans like the whole body and then detects like where is the cancer and which type of cancer, because the innovation is based on radio frequency, so it can be easily developed at like a scanner scale, but definitely needs time and research.
Okay, great, thank you. So what in terms of going to market with such a technology, do you see sort of like the interactions with hospitals and doctors and the normative function of testing that's currently quite well established? How are you going to, do you have any thoughts about how you're going to engage with that?
Our sales strategy is very simple. First, we will build a team that targets healthcare professionals and will establish relationship with key decision makers and attend industry events and conferences. Then with the partnership, they will help us enhance the distribution and market reach. Also, we can, for the software part, we can develop a training program that will help hospitals and practitioners with the integration to the new technology.
Thank you so much. I'll pass to the next questions.
Okay. What you're talking about is a medical device, and there's massive amounts of regulation on the amount of testing that medical devices need to be subjected to. I didn't see much of mention of that in your presentation. Can you tell me more about how you're going to test this and validate that the results you're getting are medically valid?
So there will definitely, we talked about licensing and different boards that we'll have to go through. But for that to be valid, we'll have to do a lot of testing, definitely with our AI model.
And do you have a feeling for how long that's going to take, how much it's going to cost?
No. So we called a bunch of hospitals, Khalifa Hospital, Tuam Hospital, and they weren't responsible for the licensing, but they had a background. And they told us that it can take from 8 months to a year until the boards approve.
Okay, thank you.
All right, then that was the final Q&A judge question for now. Thank you to the UAE as well, a very meaningful, important product. And thanks here to all the teams. And we are continuing now with a bit more judge interviews to learn more from their broad expertise. Davide, I would like for you to come back on our virtual stage, and I want to ask you to draw from your extensive expertise as an investor and also entrepreneur. What is the biggest challenge that you see young early stage entrepreneurs facing, and what suggestions do you have for our teams here to navigate those challenges?
Hi, John. By the way, nice to see you, even if not in person.
Yes.
Last time we met in China, right? So I'm in Shanghai now. Okay, so well, it's not the best time, especially after coming many years of good time for investment. Venture capital is a little in a hard time. Actually, one of the questions I get asked more often recently is like, should I raise or not, right? Should I wait for higher valuation? Because there is definitely a reduction in valuation. And so I would say my answer is if you have 6-12 months runaway, probably you don't want to raise. So if you already got the money, don't raise. If you don't have the money, raise. So if you have little money in the bank, just raise. And then, of course, you need to be flexible. And coming about evaluation, I would say you need to accept the fact that the market is not what it was last year or 2 years ago. I think that the end of the good time was probably 2021. So, and especially at the early stage, this doesn't have to be depressing the founders. The initial valuation actually have not a big impact on the future of the company. I always recommend to, what is more important is to move the round fast. So fight for a 5 million valuation when you can get easily a 3 mil at the beginning. I would go for a 3 mil, maybe reach some KPI with that money, and then raise again after showing that you can execute. It is much better to have more rounds with success and hitting the target and showing the investor that you can actually deliver than try to struggle for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months at a valuation that is not accepted. And the other challenge there is now that actually happens all the time. There is a down cycle is the profitability. Then now before they tell you, oh, profit doesn't matter, give me market shares, right? And now suddenly everyone say, yeah, but you have to do also profit. How can you do that? So honestly, that's something that investors say always when they don't know if they have enough money to do follow up. So they tell you, okay, just make your own revenue. So I think that's the hardest part. I think every startup has to have like plan A and plan B. Have very clear a plan for market share, and then have a plan B for or survival mode, right? So they have to be able to switch according to the because if you go only for profitability now, then you kill the future of the company. You don't have scalability, you cannot do mass market. So on the other hand, you need to survive. So you need to be flexible and switch maybe fast from one mode to the other very quickly. Yeah, I would say this maybe is more what I think right now.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Davide. And greetings from Shenzhen to you. And my next question is coming to Jamie Stewart. Jamie, can you share your thoughts on the role of technology in addressing global issues? I believe that's also one of the areas that you are looking into in your research and your work.
Yeah, so as a staff member at the United Nations, this is something that's obviously incredibly pressing for us in my work all the time. And what I saw very nicely was a focus on the SDGs throughout all of the projects here. And I think that's really testament to the fact that technology can address global issues and sustainability issues in particular. And I think we also kind of need to recognize within that space that when we're addressing issues to do with sustainability, it's not just the SDGs that we're interested in, the United Nations in particular, and I can see again across the projects, particularly interested in those who are vulnerable and those who are potentially left behind. And so I did want to comment on some of the risks and ethical considerations in terms of industry-based technology solutions to meet global needs. And one of the things is how do we balance the tensions between a market-driven approach and a socially driven approach and an ethics-driven approach. And I think that while all of the solutions here today really show us that there are sustainability issues are in mind, we have to think about who is going to benefit from those solutions and who is actually going to have access to those solutions. So one of the risks I think that we face here in promoting technology, and it's definitely not for technology's sake, it is for collective sake, is who can afford such technologies and who do these technologies reach. So I see a really strong indication that many of these technological solutions want to make a difference, but there does need to be additional consideration of costs for the user and costs for the community and who are the most vulnerable people that are actually being addressed by those tech solutions. So I really am quite impressed by the fact that we can take so many creative projects to meet collective good, but we cannot forget that in meeting collective good, we also have to manage social good.
We have to reach the people who can't get it. Beautifully said, Jamie. Thank you. And now I'm coming to a question for Javier Garcia. Javier, where do you envision the intersection of technology heading in the next decade, as you have been also studying and observing the markets for a really long time? In a nutshell, please. Thank you.
So it's a difficult question, but we just saw how technology can be used in a lot of different sectors. No, it was amazing all the projects that we saw here. So how technology can help us to fight also against poverty, to fight against unhealthy situations, no, to develop countries, to develop people. No, that is, I think, the most great thing that we saw today here. No? And yeah, of course, the artificial intelligence will mark our lives in the next future, and we will see what happens if we can really dominate the artificial intelligence, or it will be dominate us. No, that's the big challenge that we face.
I believe collectively we'll get there. Thank you, Javier. I believe you're probably in Beijing right now, so greetings to Beijing. And here we're wrapping up our judge interviews. Thank you all very much for your inspiring remarks to all of us. And today we witnessed beautiful convergence of innovation, passion, and commitment to collectively creating positive change in our world. And here at Huawei, our mission is to introduce the world's most advanced technologies into the real world. And I wonder if any of you noticed a unique aspect in the opening speech of Mr. Jeff Wang, if you remember. Use the chat, drop your comments. Is there anything that you guys noticed? I give you a few seconds. Drop it into the chat. All right. Actually, let me reveal. The speech was not given by Mr. Wang himself, but rather by a digital human generated by a Pangu AI model and deployed through the Huawei cloud. With adequate visual and vocal training, we can create our own digital human representations. For me, I love all these possibilities that technology brings us, and I hope you also enjoyed this intriguing demonstration. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to wrap up this competition. For our audience watching the event right now, I want to give you my final reminder. Don't forget your power to vote for your favorite team. The link will be shared shortly once more into the chats. And now I invite you all to turn on your cameras for those who don't have them on yet, and we'll be taking several group photos. We have hundreds, thousands of people on, so it will take us. We are not using AI yet for those group photos, so please keep smiling while I talk, okay? We are taking several photos, so show us your best smile. I see all those beautiful smiles around the world. I see some people waving, very beautiful. And guys, please, keep smiling while I keep talking, okay? And our team is taking the photos. We would like to extend a sincere thank you to all our judges. Your contributions here have been invaluable. They shape the outcome of this competition, but also provide a guidance and encouragement for the innovators of tomorrow. All right, guys, keep on smiling. All right, we keep taking photos. All right, and we, the Huawei Seeds for the Future team, is grateful for the collaborative spirit, and we remain committed to fostering positive change through technology. All right, keep that smiles up. All right, thank you all very much again for being part of this transformative journey. Our pitching competition is coming to an end here. Make sure to go to our official website where we'll be announcing the results within 24 hours, and looking very much forward for our paths to cross again on our collective pursuit to create a better world. We still take a few photos here. Thank you all so much for being with us until the very end. Very meaningful moments. I can only say 谢谢. Thank you everybody, and greetings from beautiful Shenzhen. Hope everybody get to visit here one day. And our winner teams, we know we'll be invited to come here. All right, guys, this is it from my side, from our side. Thank you again. 谢谢大家。
I'm Bankuwa Mohamed Ayman. I'm a cybersecurity student in the University of Science and Technology, Houari Boumediene, Algeria. I'm also a participant of Seeds for the Future 2022. The camps that Huawei is offering are going to be very helpful for us to build our business model, marketing strategies, and go through the business.
Yeah, looking forward to learning a lot more of the business side of it. As an engineering student, we may not necessarily be exposed to that in our university, so I'm totally blissfully unaware to the kind of financial, business and economical aspects that go into running a company and startups like this.
This is all very surprising, and this experience has been a never-ending amount of surprise.
Hello, I'm Jake Farrell. I'm a first-year computer science student from Dublin City University in Ireland. And yes, we went to the Great Wall, and it's very amazing being at one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Technology should unite people rather than divide them. It should connect rather than disconnect. It should promote cultures rather than demote any. It should develop rather than destroy.
I would encourage you all to take full advantage of the opportunity offered by this training programme and going forward to maintain and develop the contacts and the connections that you are establishing now.
You know, myself, I completed the program 3 years ago, and then to actually still be invited back to take part in the program again really made me feel that I'm very much connected to Huawei and to Huawei's growth, and as well connected, I suppose, to the Seeds for the Future community.
I can't recite a moment that I felt bored or did not enjoy. Everything was so interesting, so important. I'm so grateful. I was jobless after I graduated. Then after the program, we're having a lot of offers here.
For all the young generations who would like to have their experience in technology, in ICT field, this is a very good platform to sharing their capability here.
It's better to be agile, to know the market opportunities and to be able to pivot to different segments, different market opportunities.
And truly believe that's the energy of young people that drives technology and innovation. Young people are in a high growth and learning phase of their lives. This means that they're more open to trying new technologies, welcoming new ideas.
I think that young women don't have to be afraid to make their voice be heard. I think that women in tech is the future.
From the moment I really realized what we were doing with Tech4Good is like working with sustainability goals to improve people's lives, I really realized I wanted to help and make a change. Just go for it. Nothing can stop you. If you want to do it, set your mind to it and you will achieve it. But ever since applying for Seeds for the Future, having all these great experiences, it's made me kind of want to look at the business side as well as the computing side. So maybe like in the future I plan to do a master's in a business field.
Starting from September all the way to our sprint journey in China, it was all useful to me. It developed my entrepreneurship skills, my leadership skills.
I think it's important to remember that your gender, your appearance, your ethnicity, your religion, it has absolutely no mention in your ability. If you believe that you can do it, then absolutely you can do it. There should be nothing that stops you in that regard.